Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying preparing for Thanksgiving as I am here. I'm going to share a couple recipes with you, keeping it very simple. I know that you've got the turkey and the big things and the traditions that your family celebrates, but I'll be helping you with an appetizer and also with a simple dessert. We're giving thanks to God, of course. Remember that Thanksgiving was established so we could give thanks to God for the blessing on the land, and we also give God gratitude for the people in our lives, our family and friends. I give thanks for you, our parish family, and of course that love and gratitude for God and each other should extend to the whole human family, and especially those who are in need. So we'll have an opportunity to also give to our St. Vincent de Paul Society, which helps to keep people in their home and keep the heat on during the winter, and more about that at the end of our video. For our appetizer, we're going to be making a charcuterie board, and the star of our charcuterie board will be a autumn baked brie. And we're going to lay our pastry dough down here. Make sure it's thawed out if you're using frozen dough. Take our baked brie. This is an 8-ounce size. You could use a larger one if you're expecting more people. And I've just cut off the top of the rind and made a little bit of a well, not too deep, but you just don't want that tough rind on the top. So I just kind of slice that off. And then we're going to add our pumpkin butter. There we go. And that's really all there is to that. So we're just going to shape our dough to create a little pumpkin shape here with a little knob. That will be our top. And our twine is going to be a big helper. So we've got our sort of pumpkin looking shape there, and we're going to, just to give it a nice sheen while it's baking, we just have taken one egg and combined the yolk with the white. We'll scramble. And we're just going to, if you have a pastry brush, that's great, or if you don't, you can just use spatula that I'm using. And we'll just set this into our preheated oven at 375. And again, continue our theme of Thanksgiving and keeping it simple. We're going to make easy, no-bake pumpkin cheesecake bars. So to make our crust, we start with our already pulsed and processed graham crackers, or in this case, ginger snaps. To that, we're going to add our melted butter. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. This is canola oil, but you could use other oil. For a great fall flavor, our maple syrup, just 1 tablespoon. And then we want just 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So just sprinkle a bit in there. And we're just going to take our mixture, place it in our, we're using an aluminum pan, and we're just going to place our crust. And you want to make sure you don't have any holes there, and it's evenly distributed. Before making our filling, we're going to freeze our crust in the freezer for 30 minutes. And now for our filling, we're going to use 6 ounces of cream cheese and confectioner's sugar, and we're going to cream those together. Now we're going to add our yogurt. This is Greek yogurt, and with that, we're going to add our vanilla, and we're just going to use 1 capful. And now that those are incorporated, we're going to take our pumpkin puree, combine that with 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, and our spice mix of ground nutmeg, ground cloves, ground ginger, and ground cinnamon. And now that our pumpkin puree ingredients are mixed together, our spices and our maple syrup, we're going to add our secret ingredient, which is just a tiny bit of powdered gelatin mixed with boiling water. Then we're going to put half of this mixture in with our puree, half the gelatin and mix the boiling water, and then half in our cheese mixture. Those spices really smell terrific. Now all we're going to do is combine these two. We're going to add the pumpkin mixture to our cream cheese mixture. And we're just going to fold the pumpkin mixture gently into our cream cheese, sweetened cream cheese layer. And then we just pour that right into our prepared crust that's been frozen. And now once we spread our filling to the corners of our crust, we're going to pop it in the refrigerator for 8 hours, and then it's ready to serve. Now that our baked brie is done, we've taken it out of the oven, we cut off the twine. We're going to just use some decorations, and this is where you can use your own creativity to give it a little more of that pumpkin feel. We put one more of our sage leaves over here. And how about that? Beautiful pumpkin, that becomes our centerpiece. And now we're just going to spread out different things that you like. There's really no wrong way of doing this. We've got some fresh grapes here. We've got different cheeses and meats. I'm just going to kind of keep these together. And again, the variety that your guests will like. And you can just have fun with this. I'm just going to sprinkle some of these around by our pumpkin. Okay. And got some other cheese we're going to keep in the mix here too. Got our pomegranate. I'm just going to give that a quick slice. And look at that. Isn't that something? So I think we'll just have that more for decoration. And we'll just continue filling this in. So thank you for joining me as we prepared our charcuterie board for Thanksgiving. Not exactly a cornucopia, but I'm sure your guests will enjoy it. Fruits of the season, cheese, and whatever types of things you'd like on there. We also have our pumpkin cheesecake bars that are done. We've topped them with a little chopped pecans with some maple syrup and a little bit of cinnamon. But whatever flavors or any kind of topping you'd want to put on there just adds to the festivity. Again, we're thanking God for His blessings in our life, and I'm thanking God for the blessing that you all are to our parish for the Basilica of Saint Mary. Tuesday, November 29th, we celebrate Giving Tuesday, and I want everyone to do your best so we can meet our goal of raising $25,000 that will help keep people in their homes, keep the utilities on, keep the heat on, especially in the months ahead. Know that our St. Vincent de Paul Society is always looking for new members. They go out in twos, visit people in their own homes where they're most comfortable, and really get a reading on the situation. Because of that, they are trusted partners of social services in our city and across our state. So I ask you to do what you can to support our St. Vincent de Paul on Tuesday, November 29th. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving.